Sometimes, when I think about it, it seems like a zillion years ago. I was only 5 years old when Dad made the decision that changed our lives. And I know every detail, 'cause Dad, as usual, told me everything. "10 years ago, Dad sold all our stuff so we could make the big move from Taiwan to Brisbane.
Redview Highway 不对呀，你到。哎呀，你怎么看呢？这个是这样吧。
Things were pretty tight at first. Dad even had to cut back on two of his most favourite hobbies. Origami, the ancient art of paper folding, which he was really good at, and roller disco, the ancient art of dancing on roller skates, which he was pretty hopeless at. Anyway, just after Dad got final notice to cut off our power, he scored his first job. Dad's manufacturing experience back in Taiwan had finally paid off. Ray Spunk, Dad's new boss, needed help. And my dad would be his knight in shining armour.
Welcome to our little family. I'm sure that you're going to make a great contribution.
Thank you, thank you.
Comprehend?
Thank you.
Spunk made those newfangled plastic seats that you see on Dunnies. But that's all he made. No bowls, no buns, no cisterns. Just toilet seats. But it was a crappy time for the dunny industry. Australian market was being flooded with products from China and Taiwan, and all the big firms were driving the smaller blokes like Spunk out of business. Yep, Spunk knew he had to do something pretty drastic to save the company. And that's the reason he hired good old Dad to be the new executive sales manager of Spunk's Plastics. Spunk gave Dad free rein of the place so he could come up with new ideas to save the business.
Tang, lesson number one. You don't touch that. Not unless you want to lose your bloody arm right up to your bloody armpit. Comprehende?
Dad was always a generous bloke. He liked giving stuff to people. So he went out of his way to make gifts for everyone, to show he cared.
Thank you. It might be different in your country, but over here we do not play silly buggers with Mr. Sponk's office paper.
The staff were blown away. Dad's next move was a real corker. Spunk was pretty impressed.
Oh, dang. You're a bloody shocker, mate. We only make white ones. White. How bloody thick are you?
And after that, Dad was so excited he locked himself away to brainstorm other ideas. And true to form, he had one. The next day, Dad unveiled what he called the Spunk Profit Principles. It would be the new company mantra, and as usual, everyone loved it. Then, to keep the good vibe happening, Dad invited everyone over for a roller disco party. I couldn't stay up for it, but Dad told me the party was a groovy success. But the next day brought devastating news. Spunk was as crook as a dog. A dead dog. But that dog had 9 lives. Yep, luckily, Spunk had only suffered what the doctors called a massive heart attack. Apparently, he'd lost his dunning contract to a mystery plastics firm. But there was worse to come. It turns out the other firm was based overseas.
Where? Taiwan.
With the office now pretty much sponkless, the team turned to Dad for support. Yep, Dad was pretty proud of just how far he'd come. And then he had another idea. Not just any idea either. Nope. This was the world's most superest idea ever. And then, he made it happen. He even gave it a name. He called it the Victor Tang Lantern. Although it didn't quite rhyme, Dad thought it was close enough to get the message across. The fruits of Dad's labour paid off, and from then on, the Sponk team were flat out. Everyone wanted him, so the team had to work double time just to keep up. Yep, it was a good time to be in the Chinese paper lantern business, even though they were actually plastic. Sponk was laughing all the way to the bank, and Dad was giggling along with him. And that's pretty much how it happened. And I should know,
Thank you.
because my dad told me everything.
When you cannot flush away your worries, let them ride away.
Yep, Australian industry would be up the creek these days if it wasn't for my dad, Victor.